I created math as a way to distinct the funding of fundraisers. The circular quantum theory of SW brightness came about when I was inspired by the whole album Live Through This, and a whole series of deliberated eyelash curler MAC lip liners became the center of my Europhysics. And the candles in frog containers reminded me of back home in Louisiana. Although I've never been to Louisiana, I feel like I have been. So therefore the candles reminded me of that spiritual connection that I once had with Grandfather Papa. And even though I've never had a Grandfather Papa, I do somehow feel in my heart of hearts that God is alive and well. And although I don't believe in God, I do feel as though he's alive and well in Europe. Europe is a beautiful country that relies mostly on soil and bankruptcy. And I really believe that the radio is a jukebox transcended from the 80s. And, more importantly, the castles in the sky that build us into heaven rely solely on the solar system. And, it's like, why don't people think about the future? What are people going to do with hair extensions when, people know better? Like, when people know better. When people know about hair. And when people know about baldness. And that neither really matter because of President Bush ruining the world. So it's like, hair extensions, President Bush, The only thing I know to say to everyone is to not buy porcelain dolls. It's the only thing I know to say. There's no sense in, steam cooking something if it's not gonna come out of the Jimmy Hoon. And last time I checked, Oscar de la Renta never sent anyone of Daisy Dukes. And it's like, I can have all the pretty lighting that I want, but I still look like shit. And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Because at the beginning of the day, I look great. Whereas most people look bad at the beginning of the day because of the philosophies that they face on a day-to-day life basis, The only thing I have to say to anyone that's suffering through this is to really just contact the police. There's nothing else to do. We're not protected by the firewalls of our country. There's viruses everywhere, and light bulbs and leaves and picture frames. It's not going to help. There's nothing wrong with life. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could help people, but I can't. And even if I can't, I wish I could. And there's just something really true about the nature of a flower warrior. And I wish that people could understand that more. I've tried so hard telling my parents, listen, you don't understand what it's like to just have your mind connected to a solar system. You don't know what it's like to be evaporated in thin air. You don't know what it's like to be a fucking 2008 Tinkerbell fairy when you look like a fucking rhinoceros trapped in a cat's body. I just don't know what to tell people when they look at me and want to know the answers to life. I tell them, you know what? If you want to know the answer to life, fucking pick up Cosmo Girl magazine and pray to Satan. There's nothing more I can tell anyone than to just go to Sephora, order a Big Mac, and fucking tell them that they're rad. It's like, what else is there to do with life? Fridays are Mondays. Mondays are quantum physics days. And it's like, fuck this bullshit. Send me to fucking Israeli. Send me to fucking Hawaii to fight the troops. I mean, seriously, there's nothing more that anyone can say to me that I haven't said to God. And there's nothing more that anyone can say to me that I haven't said to this Britney Spears poster standing right in front of me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I can count all of the stripes on Britney's shirt right now. I'm looking at it very clearly. And it reminds me of a water painting that I once painted back in 12th grade. I dropped out in 8th grade. What am I talking about? 12th grade was a good year, though. Imagination Station. I don't know, I'm just gonna check out pretty soon. I'm gonna go get a bite to eat. I was playing the Beatles earlier, and it just like dawned on me that like the Brady Bunch was like the original OC, and because of that, I really have research to do. I mean, I thought Marshall Mathers was on top of this whole specular game of life. Like, Marshall Mathers was behind the Brady Bunch movie, and so therefore I can't even like look at it the same. You know what I'm saying? It's like dragonflies equals 2. So I'm just gonna go outside under the rain, wish for the best, cut my knees off, and then sing a prayer. Kumbaya all the way. Kumbaya and Baby One More Time are my prayer songs. This eyelash curler reminds me of the mouth of a cat. Look at it, it's so sterile. So provocative. I don't even know how to douche.